All right, we're gonna run through like all the boating gear I just took out on the river the other day, and we still got snow on the ground. You know what I mean? We were doing some boating like April 1st or whatever last Sunday was. Okay, let's get going. So the one thing for winter boating, now these are just Nike. I mean, I would recommend these. I don't even know what they're called, but damn, I will buy them again. They're the best waterproof shoe. This material, it doesn't disintegrate, and I just put a little shoe glue to keep the stitches going. You know what I mean? That's what I did here. But anyway, these are size 14. You know what I mean? Paint them red, you got Ronald McDonald, you know what I mean, written all over those. Yeah, foot entrapment city, you know what I mean? So you got to be more careful. No feet goes down in the river when you got the size 14 shoes on. But why the hell would you do that? Well, because you're trying to keep your feet warm, your head warm, and your core warm. You know what I mean? Feet and hands, it's real good to keep those warm. Your head, obviously. So we're going to be done with this helmet just for now. So I got a dry suit. And I just redid the gaskets. You know, just everything works. The gaskets work like intended. And I went smaller on this. I got a medium there, and I got the wrist gaskets. But guess what? This suit's a little bit older, and we're having some leakage just right there. You know what I mean? Probably right through that zipper. And it might be this zipper too. You got a huge chest zipper. That's where, you know what I mean? If you can get a dry suit with a back zip, hell, maybe you can keep it more watertight, you know what I mean, for what you're doing. Does that make sense? I mean, you just have this huge zipper that's really in the water, you know what I mean? But if you have a back zipper, hell, that thing's like floating sky high. But I was getting a lot of leakage just right through here. So I'm going to take... We'll see what I do. You know what I mean? The material all looks good, but, you know, maybe it's peeling and it's leaking. So I'll come in here. But anyway, so that's a side note. Now, this isn't super large. This is a medium, but for winter, I can get enough juice under here to keep me toasty warm. So this is the same suit I wear on the lock saw. Okay, so now we're just going to go over the base layers. And, well, let's do the socks. Now... because I got new gaskets in, hell, now I'm wearing wool socks, for sure, because I can. I even did some test swims, and yeah, I got some leakage right here, but it wasn't that big of a deal. None of it ran down my legs until the end, and then I did some more test swims, and yeah, I got a little wet. But if I'm surfing my raft, hell no, can't wear these. Your feet are just going to get soppy, so it's nice to have at least some neoprene. But at the end of the day, even wet wool is not going to turn your whole foot into just a pile of mushy goo, you know what I mean, for that like funk and stink and, you know, it gets gross. So that's where I'm going for wool. Wool's a natural material, and so I'm going to try that. But, you know, just know that if you have a leaky suit, hey, you got some neoprene socks. Okay, so we just got the traditional base layers. So basically your poly top and then your poly bottom. So that's what we got. And you know, Costco, hell yeah, you got these Puma underwear. You know what I mean? They're all nylon. I was just wearing an undershirt just because I forgot to take it off the other day. But what we got? Well, maybe that's somewhere else. I don't need to show my underwear. But okay, so the other thing that I wear is knee pads. So I put on this first layer of poly on the legs, and then I got soft knee pads. So these aren't going to damage. Well, there's a hard material right there, but it's just enough. I mean, it's not very good knee pad, that's for sure. But it's just enough not to hit your knees on rocks. The lock saw is crazy. Early season is tipping me out a lot, and my legs will just get raked through the coals. Trying to get back in the boat and stuff. It's like not a foot entrapment issue, it's just like a getting back in, and then your knee will crank a rock. So that's the next layer there. And I go heavy. You know, there's no reason to you're not gonna get overheated on a cold day. So I first wear these. I think these are like, you know what I mean, kind of like Patagonia-esque. Rocky Mountain, or like whatever, marmot. So we got kind of marmot there, and at the end of the day, that's all someone would wear. But if it's cold, hell yeah, I'm just gonna double it up. I'm gonna go total snowman. You know what I mean? We're going hey, what's that movie, Christmas Story? Yeah, we're going Ralphie. And this is for the socks too. You know what I mean? I put these on, but hell yeah, they don't make these anymore, but you can get them at a fish and supply store. Just go get something real thick and just real big. You still want your feet to be nice and loose. So I wear these and I wear those and then shove them in the dry suit, and that's it. But that's still enough. You know what I mean? Look at all that. All that crap's got to go in there and the dry suit. So the size 14. So just for reference, I wear a size 10 skating shoe. These are size 14. So I went 4 sizes up. Now, I've got 3 different sizes of these. I do have a size 10 when I'm just wearing, you know what I mean, just these in my wetsuit. But I also have a size 12 when I'm still wearing my dry suit, but I'm wearing these. You know what I mean? This is too much shoe. The 10 is too little. So, you know, even just with some neoprene and a dry suit, I still went up 2 sizes for my river shoe. So, hey, that's a freebie on me. And what else do we got in here? So now we're going to go, oh, so here's the Puma. Yeah, these are decent. These are decent, you know what I mean? Poly underwear, Puma. And so now we just got the tops. Now I'm going to go to Costco and get myself some, you can go to Costco and get fleece for like, same thing here. You can get, don't get cotton sweats, but you can get cotton sweatpants for 15 bucks. At the end of the video, I'll run to my room and show you those maybe. Maybe I won't, but you can get cotton, you can get, no. You can get poly, you don't want cotton, but you can get poly sweatpants, Puma sweatpants for like 14 bucks, 12 bucks at Costco. You can get also all the fleece you want. You know, this is all Costco's selling, just coats that look like they, you know, should be sold at Salvation Army. You know what I mean? That's what Costco's selling. Just real plain colors, just like a blue, a green, you know what I mean? But the thing with, you know what I mean? I swear, someone else wore this and their stink is still, it don't come out, you know what I mean? So, and I think when you combined smells, yeah, it's just a toxic environment. So that's the only thing I'm gonna switch. I've been getting my fleece. Look at that, this thing's heavy duty. That's a snowman coat, coat for a snowman. And that's where I get all my fleeces at the thrift stores. And I've washed them tons, but I swear, it's not that new feeling. So that's what I'm gonna switch up in my river gear. Okay, but that's about it. Because because it's leaking right here in my dry suit, I'm going to put on these poly. So this poly will go first, and I could go underwear-less just with these. You know what I mean? And then I put these over the top. See, still neoprene on the feet, neoprene up to your close parts. It's just a little bit more gonna get funky. Having natural materials, some like, you know what I mean? This just helps, you know, just when you're baked all day, when you're boating all day, and just, I mean, it's a gross sport. You're just wet all day. You know what I mean? Kind of like anyway. So, but I do wear these, and I'll throw them over the poly bottoms. And that'll, the place, you know, even in summertime, I always wear these because you can just swim around. Well, you get more shock from cold water right around these parts than you do like anywhere else. So here, but also you can always wear a skull cap too. Now here's my winter skull cap. Now you can just imagine if this was cut right here, well that's my skull cap for every other condition. But yeah, you throw this on, hell yeah, you're just gonna be toasty all day. So that goes on. You got the helmet, but that's about it. That's what I'm wearing, and then it all goes over that big red suit. But that's it. That's what I wear when I go on the lock saw, and I always have these gloves. You know what I mean? If the water's not too cold and it's sunny out, sure, I can get better grip and just have a little bit of gloves. These are Harbor Freight. They're hardy. You know what I mean? These are fairly decent. You get good grip, but shoot, I don't have it, but I already made another video of how to wash your neoprene gloves. So I don't know if I'm gonna link. I'm getting pretty, I'll link that maybe. But else, yes, then I do wear neoprene gloves. But that's it. That's what I wear on the lock saw when it's April, when it's early May, when it's snowing. That's kind of my winter. I mean, yeah, you're not gonna, I jumped in right at the beginning 3 times, did 3 flips just for demonstration purposes, then went the whole day down the Alberton Gorge, and then at the end did 3 more jumping ins, you know, and there was 5 inches of snow on the ground. And I was just saying, it's just like, you're not prepared for the water if you can't just jump in and be fine for the rest of the day. You're underdressed. You're on any river. Think about it. If it's summertime and you can't just jump in and be like, yeah, even if it's cold, but if you can't do that and spend like 10 minutes in the water and then get out and just be like just fine for the rest of the day, you're underdressed for that river. You know what I mean? So such a good take-home message, because it applies to winter. It applies to May's the most dangerous. End of May, high water, sunny temperatures. That water is just ice. And you can't just jump, you know what I mean? You can't just jump in street clothes 3 times and spend 10 minutes and then be on your way, and then the clouds come in and then it's nighttime. You're just underdressed. So in your mind, that's a good way to do it. If I can't get to the put-in and just jump in, you know what I mean? And spend about 10 minutes, do like 3 little flips on my boat, do all that stuff. If you can't do that, and then enjoy the rest of the day, just like it's you're at the water park, well, you're underdressed. All right, that's a great take-home message. And guess what? That's a video.